The following marketing information and discussion is provided for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as professional guidance or consultancy. You should find an agency for that. Comexis is a digital marketing agency, so feel free to hire us. But otherwise, just enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Buyer's Journey by Comexis, a discussion-based podcast on the ever-changing marketing landscape. I'm Matthew McGrady, the social media content producer here at Comexis.
I am Len Ward, the managing partner at Comexis.
And I'm Josh Lyons, the digital marketing coordinator here at Comexis.
So today is Friday, and on Friday we talk about the advocacy stage of the buyer's journey. And the advocacy stage is when your previous customers are advocating for your brand, or even your current customers are advocating for your brand. They had such a good time with your product or your service that they're willing to talk about it on social media, word of mouth to friends, family, colleagues. They're willing to write reviews, etc. So, as I mentioned in that little description, social media can play a very important aspect in that because people can be advocating for your brand organically just by posting pictures or using a hashtag or something like that, or they can be writing reviews on, say, your Facebook page. Well, today's article, Lush UK is bidding farewell to its social media. So for those of you who don't know, Lush UK is a cosmetics company. They're typically known for bathing products, but on Tuesday of last week, Tuesday of last week, announced it would be bidding farewell to some of its social media accounts. Here's a quote from a Lush UK post on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Increasingly, social media is making it harder and harder for us to talk to each other directly. We are tired of fighting with algorithms, and we do not want to pay to appear in your news feed. The company said its customer care team would respond to messages and comments over the next week, but after that, it was moving conversations to the live chat function on its website, email, or phone. Again, another quote, "This isn't the end, it's just the start of something new," wrote Lush UK. The US division of Lush has not commented and has not followed suit on whether or not they're closing their social channels, because I suspect they're not. So before we get too much into this, what do we think about this?
They made the comment that they are tired of fighting algorithms. I agree. And they do not want to pay to appear in your news feed. Well, that's how you beat the algorithm. You have to pay to get into the news feed. This is part of the game. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard come across. I mean, that's it. We're not doing social media anymore. You're going to go out of business. I mean, I can't believe the owners of this company for 1 minute are going to sit here and let this take place. You have a visual product. In this day and age, girls will go on Instagram. They will follow Instagram. They will follow your Snap stories. The influencers are huge in this industry, so I get the movement there. I think that's actually a really good thing. But this is the guy who is literally getting ready to open up the horse and buggy shop right next to the Ford dealership at the turn of the century, saying, I'm going to go ahead and change it. And I don't know, people may not, if you didn't do any history class, you may not understand that, but there's really not much to say, guys. This is stupid. I mean, their followers right now are 570,000 followers on Instagram, 405,000 followers on Facebook, and about 250,000 followers on Twitter, and they're about just to go ahead and shut these things down. Mm-hmm. We don't really need to dig too deep into this, do we? This is moronic.
I mean, the only thing that I could think of that they're trying to do for this is they're actually trying to play more of an awareness campaign on this, where they're saying that they're not doing their social media. It's gaining people, it's having people talk about it on social media. It's gonna have more people driving to their site, and it's gonna give them a chance to then retarget. But I just went on their site to look, and I went all the way down to their services page, and all of their social media is still there.
Is that for Lush UK or
Lush UK?
Okay.
Their social media is all still there. I clicked onto a couple of their platforms just to see, and for example, their Twitter, I clicked on it, and they actually just tweeted something 27 minutes ago. Okay, here's what it says. It's basically just a black background with just text. It says, "We believe it's time to stop talking and start listening. So here's what we're doing. you can still get sneak peeks and news from our inventors, founders, and everyone else who makes Lush what it is. You can join in conversations with our staff, friends, and shop social media accounts on their pages and on hashtags like hashtag bath art, hashtag Lush Labs, hashtag Lush Makeup. Let's face it, anything that starts with hashtag Lush. And then they continue to go on more about that. So
are they suggesting that local branches are going to be making their own Twitter accounts or something?
to me, it actually sounds like they're playing this no social media into like, we're actually going to build a new campaign by doing hashtag Lush this, hashtag Lush that. And it's actually going to get more people talking about it than them actually not being on social media in itself. That's at least what I saw after doing my quick little research here.
The thing with me, and when they specifically say that they weren't getting the engagement they wanted, what was the engagement they were looking for?
I don't know.
Like, when you have 570,000 followers on Instagram, what engagement are you looking for? Like, were you not happy with the number of likes? Can you go on Lush UK's Instagram and see how many likes they got on their most recent post, or a post before they announced that they were going to be quitting social media? Because while you do that, so there's some numbers. 96% of beauty brands in 2016 had an Instagram account, according to a Statista report. That same year, Statista found that female social media users were more likely to interact online with a beauty brand than any other industry, including clothing, personal care, or retailers. So basically, if you're a cosmetics company, you had to have a social media account in 2016. I'd say in 2019, you still need to have a social media account. So I don't know. I think it's wild.
It's a different. You go about it with a different social media strategy. Yeah. If you don't like the conversation, change the topic. Don Draper, Mad Men. I can't believe I'm quoting that. But it's that's the problem. So to me, this is F it. We're abandoned ship on social media, right, and it's not working. No, what's not working is your campaign's not working. Your message isn't working. You're not looking at the buyer's journey from the awareness all the way down to the advocacy stage. Something you're doing is wrong within the pipeline. Back up, think about it for a minute, and not throw a temper tantrum and say, I'm walking away from the platform that everybody under God's green earth is looking at. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have, what do they say, how they communicate? Live chat, email, and phone call. From the generation who refuses to pick up a phone, you want them to give you a phone call to start chatting about, some, makeup and things. I mean, this is pathetic. I can't even believe we're going forward with this. This is crazy.
What did you find anything?
I can't believe I'm reading a legitimate company is doing this.
What did you find their Instagram?
Yeah, they average about like 18 to 20,000 views, because their Instagrams, they're all videos. Okay, they're not as much pictures. Sure. They get on average like 20-ish thousand views, 15, not 15. Hold on, anywhere from like 2,500 to 3,000 likes. On videos, or even a couple of their pictures get like 3,000 likes.
I see. That's I don't understand.
Yeah,
do they not like that their numbers aren't high enough? Because then maybe their content isn't what their audience is looking for.
Or have they just pulled the master plan, kind of what you said, and they have everybody now talking?
That's what I'm saying.
Because that's pretty good.
Like the only because I do agree with you, Len. It is stupid. Like what they're doing, if it's actually what they're doing. But it just makes me think, what if this is just IHOP, where it was like, oh, we're changing to IHOP, and then a month later they went back to IHOP. Like they're saying we're done with social media. Everyone, including us, are talking about it, and then in a month down the road, they're back to using social media with a new tactic.
IHOP was silly in a different way, because we knew that IHOP wasn't going to be canceling their social media. Here's what I think. Either they didn't plan for this to happen, which I think is probably unlikely, and the backlash to what they're saying, to what people are saying to them is, okay, we have to keep our social media, or they planned it, and this was all some master plan, and it's working pretty well, or they actually believed this, and they had no actual plan to come back, and they thought that live chat would save them, which is like
it's ridiculous, but whatever.
It could be, again. It could be You may have somebody who's making these decisions who's trying to not make a statement, but they're just trying to make behind this idea, if this is a real idea, I understand what they're trying to do. There is good in what they're trying to do. And they're trying to say maybe we're too reliant on social media. Maybe our conversations are not going in the right direction. That's fine if, and I understand what they're trying to do. That's fine if you're Coca-Cola. That's fine if you're Nike. You know, somebody who's so big where you have so many different outlets to get your message on where it doesn't really have to just be social media. I could turn on a game and I'm watching LeBron James play a basketball game and there's Nike's message. There it is in its glory, running up and down the court, wearing the shoes and everything else on everything that LeBron's wearing. Tiger, I'm watching Tiger yesterday, you know, win the Masters and there it is, everything Tiger's doing and Nike's making its message. Who the hell are you, Lush? Like, nobody knows who you are. I know why I don't wear makeup, so of course I wouldn't know who they are. But it's one of those things where it's like, I think you have to be the right level of brand to be able to step back and say, we're here to make a message. You know, we're here to make a statement. So I think what they're trying to do, if this is legitimate, I understand what they're doing. Social media has become, you know, it's a mess anymore. But there is ways in which you can navigate it. And I just think this comes down to it, that if this is legitimate, this is a social media campaign, they're just not doing it the right way. They're not organizing their thoughts and what they're trying to accomplish with a campaign, and that's just what this is. It's more of, we don't know what we're doing, and we're just going to walk away from it because we don't like what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think you brought up two points. The first is, I don't think nobody knows who Lush is, but they are not nearly as big as Coca-Cola. Yeah. So I very much agree with you on that. The second thing I want to bring up is, if their comment really is, we don't like social media, you could wrap this in, you know, this is how social media affects you. We don't want to be a part of it like this. We think that it leads to these weird conversations or whatever. There are brands who have talked about that before in the past in ways that have been like more positive or trying to evoke better emotions or experiences through their products. And some of them have been like health and wellness Instagrams, things like that, or even other like beauty and cosmetics and stuff like that. I just feel like there's a better way to go about that in a campaign sense than just saying, oh, well, we're just not going to do it and we're going to hope everybody comes to our website. I don't know. Any final thoughts, folks, before we move on from this one?
No.
I'll just tell you that just by comments of seeing what people are saying about it, you do get like half of the people go, this is a PR stunt, and then half of them are saying this is the dumbest thing you could have ever done. So
maybe they're both right.
Yeah. So
no, I think the reality, I think this leans a little more towards PR stunt.
Yeah.
A mile away.
Yeah.
And if it is, guess what? You got me fired up and genius. You got me. And once in a while, I'll click on that fake Twitter, news when so-and-so signed with the Phillies, and God damn it, I got burned again. So,
well, thank everybody for listening to today's episode of The Buyer's Journey. Check us out on Chemexus.com, YouTube, and anywhere you get your podcasts. And please follow us on Twitter at buyers_journey. Thank you for listening.